Today, Governor Polis released a joint statement with every other Democratic governor in the country, saying that Americans should have the right to vote without interference from the federal government.
They're responding to President Trump's comments this week, saying that Republicans should, quote, take over elections in some jurisdictions. A former Republican county clerk who now heads the Colorado County Clerks Association tells your reporter Michael Abeyta that much of what the president is asking for is unconstitutional.
If a state can't run an election, I think the people behind me should do something about it.
President Trump reiterated this week that he thinks elections will be better run by the federal government rather than the states like they are now and have been since the beginning of our nation. He says elections are being stolen, a false claim he has made since he lost the 2020 presidential election.
Now look at some of the places that horrible corruption on elections, and the federal government should not allow that. The federal government should get involved.
He's going along and he's buying into these lies and conspiracies because he's lost and his ego can't take it.
Matt Crane is the head of the Colorado Clerks Association. He says the way Colorado does elections is secure and based on years of research. He says federal intervention would be a mistake and maybe even illegal.
If he tries to do it through executive order, that based on everything that we've seen and read, that would seem to be illegal. Congress has the ability to pass election laws that impact the states. But again, you know, if they decide to go down this road, we will aggressively participate there at the federal level to advocate for what works best for Colorado.
He says at stake is Colorado's mail-in ballot system. If elections are nationalized, you would have to vote in person, which would require more polling places, more election workers, and more money for more voting equipment.
The impact would be astronomical to what we do.
As a Republican, Crane says that he thinks Coloradans need to stand up for their rights, no matter their political affiliation.
If you're a Republican and you had a problem with Democrats pushing H.R. 1 2 or 3 years ago because you were concerned about states' rights and states having the ability to chart their own course, and now you're supporting this because the president is wearing your jersey instead of the other color, you're doing this wrong. We need people to be consistent to principles and not to parties or elected politicians.
Michael Abeyta, covering Colorado first.